Former President Barack Obama returned to the campaign stage in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, to rally voters who once admired him and urge them to unite in bringing Democratic candidate Kamala Harris to victory in this year's race for the White House. He called on voters in this key battleground state to repeat the result of the election 4 years ago, preventing Donald Trump from returning to the U.S. Obama declared, "We don't need another 4 years overshadowed by arrogance, chaos, noise, and division. America is ready to turn the page. We need a better story, someone who can bring us together, not pit us against one another. Pennsylvania, we are ready to welcome President Kamala Harris." According to political analyst Stephen Collison, the 63-year-old former president has stepped into the final phase of the U.S. election season with the hope of giving Vice President Harris a decisive boost to attract voters in battleground states where she has been struggling. Obama chose Pennsylvania instead of Ohio, as Trump is gradually gaining an advantage in battleground states, especially among rural and working-class voters. Harris' approval rating in Pennsylvania is 49%, just 1 percentage point ahead of Trump, while Democratic Senator Bob Casey is leading Republican candidate Dave McCormick by a slim margin of 4 percentage points. Democrats are concerned that Harris's momentum has stalled. The 18 to 29-year-old voter group, which Harris is targeting, is not registering to vote as expected. Voter registration data in Pennsylvania in September is about 15% lower than in 2020. Former President Obama believes this year's election will have a significant impact. He's doing everything he can to help Vice President Harris, Governor Tim Walz, and Democratic candidates across the country win. He wants the Democrats to keep the White House, maintain the majority in the Senate, and regain the House of Representatives. We will focus on mobilizing and persuading voters to vote, especially in key states. Sources close to Obama revealed that the former president is worried about the close race, with an extremely narrow gap between Trump and Harris in the polls. Obama's decision to campaign in Pennsylvania, President Biden's home state, shows that the Democrats want to avoid any surprises and solidify the blue wall in the northeastern U.S., with 3 critical states: Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin. Former presidents often have the ability to deliver more direct messages, helping party candidates focus on policy issues and avoid getting bogged down in personal attacks. Obama's performance in Pittsburgh further demonstrated that he can say things that Harris may have to be more cautious about. Obama, speaking in Pittsburgh, mocked Trump, calling him a whining billionaire who only thinks about his ego, money, and fame. "I understand that some people are frustrated with the current situation, that we can do better, but I can't understand why anyone would still believe that Donald Trump will fix things and help you have a better life." Obama's appearance in the final stretch of the race for the White House has once again stirred up the long-standing rivalry with Trump, who has a history of animosity toward him for over a decade. In 2015, Trump launched his political career with attacks on Obama's heritage and legacy, from healthcare to immigration. After leaving the White House, Obama has repeatedly criticized Trump's policies. Obama emphasized that Harris's victory is the only remedy for the chaos and turmoil that Trump's administration has left behind for American society and politics. He urged black male voters to stop hesitating in their support for Harris, set aside their grievances, and cast their votes. Over the years, Obama has been regarded as the Democratic Party's most effective speaker, with a broad base of support among black and intellectual communities. The biggest advantage Obama brings to Harris is his excellent ability to convey a message aimed at black men who are being drawn to Trump's strongman image. No one else in the Democratic Party can effectively counter Trump's fake strength image. Obama faced fierce criticism, accused of disrespecting black male voters when he urged them to vote for Vice President Harris. Obama expressed disagreement with these voters who come up with all sorts of excuses and justifications. This makes me wonder if you haven't yet accepted the idea of America having a female president and are considering other alternatives, other reasons. The former president's remarks sparked backlash from the black community. Former Ohio State Senator Nina Turner argued that Obama's words made black men feel undervalued. "Why are they being lectured?" Turner said. affirming that while she loves Obama, she disagrees with how he criticized black male voters. I've spoken to several people in this group, and they have valid reasons for not wanting to vote yet. Even if we don't like their choices, we must respect them. Black actor Wendell Pierce said Obama had delivered a terrible message. Stop blaming black men. They are not the problem. Harris enjoys significant support from black voters, but recent polls show that about 25% of black men under 50 support former President Donald Trump. The support of black male voters for the Democratic Party has declined since Obama's first campaign in 2008. In 2008, 95% of black male voters supported Obama. In 2016, the number for Democratic candidate Hillary Clinton was 82%. President Biden received 80% support from this group in 2020. In his first appearance at a Harris rally, Obama called on everyone to vote for the vice president and repeatedly attacked former President Trump. The Harris campaign said Obama's appearance was aimed at mobilizing voters in the battleground state of Pennsylvania to cast their ballots.